Cradle of the permafrost, where the logic of the marrow fails, a static hum begins to bloom beneath the lunar veils. Neon ribbons lace the rib cage in a violent velvet bloom, the anatomy of winter inside this crystal room. Is climbing past the limits of the skin. The celestial architecture wants to let the light dive in. fractured glass, watching all the shadows pass. I am heavy with the lead of you, falling through the indigo and blue, past the reefs where colors die, beneath the weeping of the sky. The weight of ocean starts to press, to pull the heart from its distress. The silence is a rhythmic beat, where the salt and sorrow meet. I am shedding skin, I am shedding weight, surrendering to this aquatic fate. In the luminescent trench we glow, far beneath the crush of all we know. Neon veins within the velvet deep, where the weary broken secrets sleep. Find the fire in the freezing cold, watch the liquid dark turn into gold. In the luminescent trench we rise, with the light of stars and hollow eyes. Hadal zones and silent screams, the alchemy of sunken dreams. Pressure is a sculptor's hand, turning grief to silver sand. We are bioluminescent ghosts, distant from the crowded coasts, mapping out a new frontier, where the heavy water tastes like prayer. The silence is a rhythmic beat, where the salt and sorrow meet. I am shedding skin, I am shedding weight, surrendering to this aquatic fate. In the luminescent trench we glow, far beneath the crush of all we know. Neon veins within the velvet deep, where the weary broken secrets sleep. Find the fire in the freezing cold, watch the liquid dark turn into gold. In the luminescent trench we rise, with the light of stars in hollow eyes. In the dark I learn to breathe, through the ache I cannot leave. Every ruin sings in phosphorlight, drawing a line through endless night. All the anchors left behind, rusting soft in undertow and time. What was shattered stars to mend in the deepest depths, where all grief bends. The silence is a rhythmic beat, where the salt and sorrow meet. I am shedding skin, I am shedding weight, surrendering to this aquatic fate. In the luminescent trench we glow, far beneath the crush of all we know. Neon veins within the velvet deep, where the weary broken secrets sleep. Find the fire in the freezing cold, watch the liquid dark turn into gold. In the luminescent trench we rise, with the light of stars in hollow eyes. The abyss is not a grave of stone, it is a kingdom for the soul alone. Let the current take the name, let the water feed the flame, until the heartbeat is the same as the tide, and every loss becomes a line of shining life in endless night. In the luminescent trench we glow, far beneath the crush of all we know. Neon veins within the velvet deep, casing is a rusted sun, a brass horizon in my hand, where ancient gears begin to run through mountains made of velvet sand. I feel the friction of the years, the ghost of hands that carve the light, dissolving all my dormant fears into the pulse of silvered night. The mainspring breathes a hidden lung in languages no longer sung, a rhythmic tether taut and fine across the fault of space and time. Gravity and silence wet. The escapement is a steady heart, a pendulum of blood and bone, tearing the tapestry apart to find the seeds that he had sown. It isn't metal, it isn't glass, it's liquid history in a shell, watching the constellations pass within this hollow copper bell. The mainspring breathes a hidden lung in languages no longer sung, a rhythmic tether taut and fine across the fault of space and time. Silence, wet, 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 wind the crown and hold your breath. There is no ending, there is no death. Only the circle, only the spin, the universe breathing from within. Press it close against my chest and hear the quiet generations, a patient rhythm in the rest, a hymn of absent conversations. Each tiny wheel a spoken name, each polished face a trail of fire, a borrowed spark, a living flame, still turning on through grief and wire. Beyond the reach of every notch, the fragments merging to The pavement breathes out the heat of the day while we peel the layers of the earth away. The street lights bloom like constellations set in flame, and every shadow seems to learn our name. Static electricity hums in our marrow. The path to the zenith is gilded and narrow. We've traded our anchors for pockets of light, rewriting the equations of wrong and of right. Newton is sleeping while we touch the sun. The race against physics has already been won. Every step is a spark in the veil of the night. Every breath is a shift in the balance of flight. The pull of the center is failing its grip. Watch as the continents stagger and slip. Our pulses are synchronized, rhythmic and deep, waking the giants that the mountain should keep. Gravity is just a suggestion tonight. We are the ghosts of the kinetic flight, lifting the veil from the indigo floor. We don't belong to the ground anymore. Gravity is just a suggestion tonight, dissolving the heavy, embracing the bright. High above the echoes of the city's cry. We are the oxygen, we are the sky. Breath in the rise, let the silence expand, bringing like light through a tremor of sand. Orbits are shifting in the wake of our breath, a beautiful silence, a defiance of death. Your eyes are like nebulae swirling and vast, free from the shadows the skyscrapers cast. The friction is gone, we are fluid and gold. The stories of falling are stories grown old. Every window below us is dimming to blue as the night folds itself into me and into you. The pull of the center is failing its grip. Watch as the continents stagger and slip. Our pulses are synchronized, rhythmic and deep, waking the giants that the mountain should keep. Gravity is just a suggestion tonight. We are the ghosts of the kinetic flight, lifting the veil from the indigo floor. We don't belong to the ground anymore. Gravity is just a suggestion tonight, dissolving the heavy, embracing the bright. High above the echoes of the city's cry. We are the oxygen, we are the sky. Now the rooftop is distant, a dream left behind, and the world down below turns to dust in our mind. We're learning the language of vapor and flame. Every heartbeat a star with a temporary name. The clocks lose their patience, the hours unwind. We're leaving the map of the ordinary behind. If the future is falling, then let it descend. We'll meet it in motion and never pretend. The pull of the center is failing its grip. Watch as the continents stagger and slip. Our pulses are synchronized, rhythmic and deep, waking the giants that the mountain should keep. Gravity is just a suggestion tonight. We are the ghosts of the kinetic flight, lifting the veil from the indigo floor. We don't belong to the ground anymore. Gravity is just a suggestion tonight, dissolving the heavy, embracing the bright. High above the echoes of the city's cry. We are the oxygen, we are the sky. Unbound, unbroken, the laws of the world are a language unspoken. No way to the sorrow, no toll for the height, just the velvet extension of infinite light. Frequency fractures beneath the skin, where the data ends and the ghosts begin. A million signals in a frantic race, dissolving the lines of time and space. The signal to noise is a dying plea, as the hum of the world swallows me. The resonance begins to climb, transcending the architecture of time. The current is heavy, the current is deep, waking the secrets the constellations keep. I am surrendering to the static storm, where the jagged edges start to feel so warm. Let the white noise wash my soul away. deliberate design. Born from the stillness of a singular thought, in the grip of the gale, I am what I sought. Every crease is a memory, every edge is a scar, pulled from the orbit of a dying star. The atmosphere exhales a jagged breath, tracing the anatomy of a beautiful death. Static in the marrow, static in the bone. The spiral is calling me home. Unfolding like a paper crane in a hurricane. White fibers fraying in the centrifugal rain. I am the geometry of a ghost, finding the center where the center is lost. I am becoming the wind where the paper ends and the light begins. The centrifugal force is a lover's embrace, erasing the lines of a folded face. Flattened by fury, released from the form. The only architecture that survives the storm is the weightless intent of the pulse underneath, slipping the blade from the paper sheet. The atmosphere exhales a jagged breath, tracing the anatomy of a beautiful death. Static in the marrow, static in the bone. The spiral is calling me home. Unfolding like a paper crane in a hurricane. White fibers fraying in the centrifugal rain. I am the geometry of a ghost, finding the center where the center is lost. I am becoming the wind where the paper ends and the light begins. I was traced by a hand that trembled in light, a prayer made visible, folded tight. Each angle a vow, each fold a plea to be more than the shape that contained me. But the storm has a way of teaching the sky how to break open, how to rise. The atmosphere exhales a jagged breath, tracing the anatomy of a beautiful death. Static in the marrow, static in the bone. The spiral is calling me home. Unfolding like a paper crane in a hurricane. White fibers fraying in the centrifugal rain. I am the geometry of a ghost, Fingertips pressed into the cellulose spine, a relic of symmetry, a deliberate design. Born from the stillness of a singular thought, in the grip of the gale, I am what I sought. Every crease is a memory, every edge is a scar, pulled from the orbit of a dying star. The atmosphere exhales a jagged breath, tracing the anatomy of a beautiful death. Static in the marrow, static in the bone. The spiral is calling me home. Unfolding like a paper crane in a hurricane. White fibers fraying in the centrifugal rain. I am the geometry of a ghost, finding the center where the center is lost. I am becoming the wind where the paper ends and the light begins. The centrifugal force is a lover's embrace, erasing the lines of a folded face. Flattened by fury, released from the form. The only architecture that survives the storm is the weightless intent of the pulse underneath, slipping the blade from the paper sheet. The atmosphere exhales a jagged breath, tracing the anatomy of a beautiful death. Static in the marrow, static in the bone. The spiral is calling me home. Unfolding like a paper crane in a hurricane. White fibers fraying in the centrifugal rain. I am the geometry of a ghost, finding the center where the center is lost. I am becoming the wind where the paper ends and the light begins. I was traced by a hand that trembled in light, a prayer made visible, folded tight. Each angle a vow, each fold a plea to be more than the shape that contained me. But the storm has a way of teaching the sky how to break open, how to rise. The atmosphere exhales a jagged breath, tracing the anatomy of a beautiful death. Static in the marrow, static in the bone. The spiral is calling me home. Unfolding like a paper crane in a hurricane. White fibers fraying in the centrifugal rain. I am the geometry of a ghost, city dissolves into a haze of neon ghosts, while we anchor our souls to the humming coast. Gravity is a fable we used to believe, as the fabric of logic begins to unweave. Copper and salt, the scent of the storm, in the space where the shadows begin to transform. Slow as a signal through the midnight air, we follow the shimmer like a forgotten prayer. Every heartbeat is a drum in a digital sea. Surrender the spark to the white frequency. The tension is gilded, the friction is blind, leaving the weight of the wreckage behind. And the night opens wide like a circuit board sky, where the broken and brilliant collide and collide. It's the velvet static between our fingertips. A thousand dead suns in a silent eclipse. We are the hum, we are the rush, painting the void with the luminous brush, tracing the current, the fever, the glow. Nowhere to hide and nowhere to go. Just velvet static between our fingertips, and the whole world trembling at the edge of the lips. Temporal tides are receding from view. There is no more me, there is no more you. Only the shudder of atoms in flight, caught in the throat of the blossoming light. It touches a frequency ancient and sharp, plucking the strings of a carbon fiber harp. And every echo that trembles through bone feels like a message from a place we once known. We drift through the afterglow, silver and thin, with the universe opening under our skin. Every heartbeat is a drum in a digital sea. Surrender the spark to the white frequency. The tension is gilded, the friction is blind, leaving the weight of the wreckage behind. And the night opens wide like a circuit board sky, where the broken and brilliant collide and collide. It's the velvet static between our fingertips. A thousand dead suns in a silent eclipse. We are the hum, we are the rush, painting the void with the luminous brush, tracing the current, the fever, the glow. Nowhere to hide and nowhere to go. Just velvet static between our fingertips, and the whole world trembling at the edge of the lips. Vibrate, dissolve, become the noise, the beautiful shimmering noise. Hold on, let go. We are the signal, bending through the dark like a wire of gold. We are the ache and the answer, the pulse, the spark, the after image. In the hush of the wires, in the breath between beats, we are lanterns of light on impossible streets. The skyline is folding, a ribbon of flame, and nothing will ever be exactly the same. So pull me closer through the static haze. Let the current rewrite our familiar days. If the world is a wound, then tonight let it sing. Let it bloom into sound on a trembling string. Let the thunder inside us keep wide Till the jagged lines are clear, let the sharpness take hold. an empty house. In the empty halls, abrasive grace. The echo fades, the echo stays. Empty halls, abrasive grace. In empty halls, abrasive grace. In empty halls, the echo fades, then lingers on through the hollow where we belong. The barometer splinters in the jaw's quiet cage. I taste the quicksilver, a mineral rage. Cold constellations bleed through the gums where the pulse of the nebula finally thrums. It is a heavy metal prayer in a temple of bone, a secret frequency I have always known. The silver tide climbs an elegant flood, mixing the chrome with the heat of my blood. Pressure builds against the enamel, unlocking the gates of this earthly channel. I am the vessel, I am the vein, breaking the glass to escape the rain. Mercury rising through my teeth, dissolving the earth that lies beneath the liquid lightning. Silver and cold, rewriting the stories that never were told. I am the fever, I am the light, soaring into the violet night. Mercury rising, taking me higher, drowning the soul in a frozen fire. Prismatic shivers on a tongue of lead, the ghost of the elements dance in my head. I'm breathing the ether of planets long gone, waiting for the chemical dawn. There is no gravity, only the sheen of a world that exists in the spaces between. The metal is humming, the mercury sings, granting my spirit a million silver wings. The pressure builds against the enamel, unlocking the gates of this earthly channel. I am the vessel, I am the vein, breaking the glass to escape the rain. cold fire, Mercury. Trace the curvature of a ghosting note against the limestone of a mind remote, calculating angles where the silence bends, to build a fortress where the cycle never ends. Each syllable a brick of fossilized air, laying foundations on a phantom stare. The blueprints drawn in the hum of the light, a geometric prison for the coming night. Refraction takes the weight of my name, scattering the pulse into a silver flame. The blueprints bleed into the atmosphere until the boundary is all I hear. This is the architecture of my own echo, a cathedral carved from a single breath, vaulted ceilings made of shadows I let go, defying the ground. Of a hollowed stone, I inhabit the architecture of my own echo. Let the air breathe through the masonry. One final shout to collapse the floor, until the echo exists no more. Until the echo exists no more. If the walls remember, let them remember light. If the dark wants witness, let it watch me ride. A trembling chorus into the ruin and smoke. A hymn of the fracture, a beautifully broken. No. own heart in the fault lines shine. No empire survives when the voice turns to air. No tower can rise from a perfect despair. So I leave the windows open to the sky and let the old chambers finally die. Still in the rubble, something lingers on, a pulse in the plaster where the fear is gone. Not every ending is an act of loss. Some are a bridge made of broken glass. So I carry the hum through the falling light and rebuild the echo with the wider sight. This is the architecture of my own echo, a cathedral carved from a single breath. Vaulted ceilings made of shadows I let go, defying the gravity of quiet and death. I am the mason in the sound that remains, building a kingdom through these acoustic veins. In the symmetry of a hollowed stone, I inhabit the architecture of my own echo, fading into the geometry, a blueprint of what used to be. Just an echo, just an echo in the architecture of me. Skeletal frames in an amber hue, the oxidation of a dream once new. Wiring pulses with a frozen ring, and shadows anchored to a hollow swing. The sand is crushed into a velvet haze, a calcified map of our younger days. The clockwork silence of the carousel, a story only rusted gears can tell. Resonance rising from the tactile cold as the parchment of the sky begins to fold. Can you hear the frequency of what was lost, suspended in a lattice of the morning frost? Sepia dust on playground chimes, echoing through the veins of time. We are the vibration in the hollow steel, the only ghost that the wind can feel, lifting higher than the rusted heights. dyes green. Resonance rising from the tactile cold as the parchment of the sky begins to fold. Can you hear the frequency of what was lost, suspended in a lattice of the morning frost? Sepia dust on playground chimes, echoing through the veins of time. We are the vibration in the hollow steel, the only ghost that the wind can feel, lifting higher than the rusted heights, into the glow of the ancient lights. Sepia dust on playground chimes, singing the rhythm of 1,000 lives. Inhale the static of the turning world. Watch as the copper light is uncurled. It is not ending, it is only changed. The architecture of the soul rearranged. Let the resonance break the seal of everything we used to feel. And if the silence comes back again, we will listen until it sings through the rusted frame.